The human logical mind is simply not designed to be certain of anything other than paradox. Chinky 63. With the shadow of doubt and the city of truth, and it's the path of inquiry. My wisdom story. As a kid, I'd ask my parents questions and they'd answer me with logical and certainty. Rainbows were meteorological phenomena and unicorns were physical impossibility. But there were still so many things I wondered about. The more my family laughed at my ridiculous questions, the more I thought I was stupid. As a young man, every thought, fantasy and opinion that occurred to me was poured through an internalized critical filter. I constantly doubted who I was, what I thought, what I did, how I felt. And I second-guessed every decision I made, either to a point of paralysis or regrettable impulsivity. I couldn't relax until I got to the bottom of things, saw an entire pattern, or landed on a subjective truth, which, of course, I could never find, which made me even more anxious. So I learned more and more, and kept my self-doubt to myself. Though agreeable and reasonable in public, I was angry and antagonistic in my intimate relationships. My lover would express a feeling, and I'd be so obsessed with locating the objective truth of the matter that I'd miss the point entirely. I became increasingly suspicious, always expecting others to disagree, doubt, or misunderstand me. I picked fights, got defensive, and gathered evidence, especially when they failed to get the complexity of a situation, though I clung to the thought that someone had to be right and someone else had to be wrong. It was never that simple. When my self-doubt got so big that I could no longer sleep or function, I sought out professional help. For the first time in my life, I could openly share about the doubts that plagued me. At first I doubted a counselor could help me, but she hung in there, encouraging me not to act on my doubts, especially when they were at their most intense. Over time, she helped me appreciate my mind's unique gift for inquiry, and to embrace the paradoxical nature of life. With support, I developed a mindfulness practice. As my mind became a more loving witness, I saw just how many people suffered from self-doubt, and how my struggles to understand were a part of what made me human. Now I help others experience various states of awareness and explore the mystery of their true nature. My gift to you. I come to celebrate your love of inquiry, but also to remind you that your inquisitive mind and gift for doubting are best used in service of the world, not in service of beating yourself up. See if you can remain genuinely curious about life without insisting on finding answers. Stay open to learning as your understanding of life becomes increasingly complex and paradoxical. Be curious about your own suffering, for it will open your compassionate heart. One day your brilliant mind will lead you back to yourself. And how could it not? You are forever intertwined with everything you ever learned. And now some questions to deepen your inquiry or contemplation. Are you plagued with self-doubt? Do your self-doubts make you anxious or keep you awake at night? Do you tend to feel suspicious of the people in your life, of their motives and agendas? Do your suspicions tend to cause others to be defensive around you? How could your gift of inquiry be used as a service in the world? Where has it already come in handy? What does truth mean to you? How has your relationship to truth changed over the years? The last one. Try doubting your self-doubt for a day. Notice what happens and journal your thoughts. That's it. Much love and happy inquiry.